before I forget. I watered those plants for you.
Oh?
I just know they meant a lot to me.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that?
Time for the finale.
All right, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
Does Kotallo have his arm? Oh no.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly, from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood?
I like silence in this game. I think it's a little more personality.
You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Sans is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Kotallo, let's go Kotallo. Seems really old in that cinematic.
Okay. Almost time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first.
Never thought I'd see metal burned to flesh.
Yeah, he seems happy with it. Probably crushed me like a grape.
That is a happy thought.
Hey,
So
look.
what's up with everyone?
Aren't we meeting at the beach near the Zenith base?
We are. I just wanted to check in on everyone first. We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already.
Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Catalo tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. They'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. This saved my butt a couple of times now. It wouldn't feel right to leave it behind. You know, besides, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. You, talked to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope. I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point. With my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I want to see if he has a dialogue option for silence.
Oh, did you need something?
Varl made the right call. You know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. How you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
Oh, yeah, kind of.
I guess Silence is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his? After everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need. Do you think so we'll be okay?
I don't think anyone's ever okay after losing the one they love. I can't tell you she's handling it better than I ever did. That keeps the rest of us level-headed.
I feel like I heard this before, but I don't remember.
You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
When did he tell us something about that? I don't remember that conversation earlier.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
Gotta be nice and drunk for this final assault.
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means.
What about Catalo?
Ah, now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, it hurts a little. Yeah, maybe a lot.
What'd you do?
Well, I tried to arm wrestle with Catalo.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't such a great idea.
I was just curious to see if that new arm of his was as strong as it looked. Turns out it really is.
Yeah. Don't fight up.
I should head out.
Biatronic.
Right. We got some zeniths to deal with.
I kinda really don't want to check in with Zoe's Manfred. I'll check in with Catalo. What's that?
I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through.
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regala's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you. All that remains is to follow you to the end. Whatever that will be.
We're lucky to have you on our side.
Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm, before we leave on our mission.
Right. I'll let you know when I can make my way there.
Thank you.
She was a good influence on him.
I heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tenakth territory with that Karja armor of hers. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
Did you ever get the chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that. Impressive.
I wish you could kind of go back to the sacred land in Forbidden West.
Does it still hurt?
It comes and goes. I try not to think about it, but its absence is always present for me. It's difficult to explain.
I can't claim to understand. Only empathize.
Then you have my thanks.
Have you spoken with Erend at all?
I've had little chance to. I did see him bring some ale from out east.
That stuff's as bitter as salve-brush.
You get used to it, eventually. In fact, I wouldn't mind a drink myself.
I'm sure Erend wouldn't mind sharing. What do Tenakth do to relax? You know, to take a break from training?
We play strike. Your Osserum friend, Erend, is surprisingly good at it, although he has yet to beat me. It helps one think strategically, hones the mind for tactics.
Somehow that still sounds like training. Have you spoken with Alva?
The Quen is peculiar. Nothing like a Tenakth. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
I will take your word for it.
You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
I'll do my best. We didn't really get to talk about what happened at Gemini.
There was nothing more to say. If he were Tenakth, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial at the Grove, among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the Ten. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be honored.
Well, that's cool.
Did Erend tell you we found the people who gave Regala's rebels the power to override machines?
He told me of the battle. I suggested he etch this victory on his fighting arm with one of our Inkers.
Is he going to do it?
He didn't say no.
You didn't say no.
Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious how you intend to defeat the Zenith's defenses without an army of our own.
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say. You have more than earned my trust.
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
Valid point.
Found anything interesting during your training?
Gaia told me where to find data on how wars were waged in the old world. I knew the Ten fought against machines, much as we do now, but it seems they were among the last of their kind. Later, machines battled other machines on behalf of greedy leaders, as they vied for lands and spoils. At least the Tenakth have the courage to put their lives on the line when conflicts arise.
There is nobility in that. But maybe we just need fewer conflicts in the first place.
Yes, of course. Hikaru would have it so as well.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the Old Ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris and pointless death.
That about sums it up. Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tenakth. I am always ready.
Now that training time is over, what's on your mind?
The Bulwark, the Kulrut, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
I'll try not to let you down.
I know you will not.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't bleed at all.
Honestly, with her, nothing would surprise me. Your people keep mentioning the wings of the Ten. What exactly does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the It is why the child. And now, like the. So?
I won't lie.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, I'd already listened to that, but
I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
I don't really want to talk to anyone else. I guess I'll go talk to Silence. Is there a dude in almost every room now?
Huh. There's Quen stuff in here now. Must be all of us.
Where's the Quinn stuff? Tanacht. It makes me so mad. Oh, that is a good point. Why does everyone speak English?
Every time we find another link to Dervahl, it's like opening up a wound for Erend all over again. I really hope Asera was the last one. Maybe now he'll finally be able to heal from the pain of his sister's death.
What is that in there? It's not her head, is it? It's just her armor. But where's the Quinn stuff? Just like, oh yeah, there's Quinn stuff. Where? And this is all Tanacht. What is that?
This must be from the Scorcher that Catalo and I took down. Not a bad way to test his arm. He's come a long way from the embassy.
Hmm. But where's the Quinn stuff? This is all Osram. That's Tanacht.
I'm gonna clean my gear a little. I can do yours.
I cleaned it.
It's all going to be okay.
All this in there.
Don't mention it.
This is my room.
Did you need something?
Yes, actually, I think I need to get more of these. Nice, there's all the machine overrides. Yeah, let's talk to you, Silence.
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not particularly.
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Yes, I actually did have a couple of questions for you.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tanacht army and that weapon. And to get the Tanacht to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regala's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
Oh, so he did just straight up try to kill us.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zenith at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today.
Oh, so he didn't basically just try to kill us. He wanted us to get captured and then used as, like, basically Beta was, like, just as a genetic key. Just carried around in a scepter drone. Okay, so he didn't try to directly kill us, just make us a hostage for life.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a Sarah to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades in the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
Except to a Sarah.
Yeah, wait. So he talked to a Sarah. Sarah made the Sons of Prometheus. And then he gave the Sons of Prometheus, Silence gave Sons of Prometheus override tech. And they got with Regala. And Sarah appeared to be the leader. Like, Regala thought Sarah was the leader of the Sons of Prometheus when it was really Silence to not get directly involved. Because if you get directly involved like Hades did, you... Well, Hades didn't actually get directly involved. He tried to not to, but then we showed up. So yeah, wait, how did Silence get to know Sarah?
How did you get a Sarah to work for you?
I knew there was an associate of the Oseram tinker, Durval, who escaped his failed assault on Meridian. It was trivial to track her down and gain her cooperation. She wanted to succeed where Durval had failed.
So you promised her Regala and the Tenakth. The Sarah would help you create a machine-riding army and wanted to see Meridian burn as much as she did.
And so a partnership was born out of thirst for blood, bonded in mutual self-interest.
You think you had everything figured out, huh?
I did.
Oh, so Sarah wanted Meridian leveled. And... oh, that's actually kind of smart. Loki. Sarah needed an army, could override machines. Regala had an army, needed overridden machines. So just, hey, let's go do this together. Smart.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Okay, valid point. Also, cool little detail I noticed. They have the cauldron symbols up here. I don't know if they go up lighting one by one after you do all the cauldrons. I don't know, I'd have to go back and watch my footage, but that's a cool little detail. I'd be interested to see that.
Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hikaru.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hikaru was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier.
Yes, Exceedingly so.
Exceedingly so.
All Regala craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tanakh. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Actually based opinion, Silas. Yeah, and then I watched this CEO guy get crushed by the head of Ted Pharaoh. It was really sick.
Alright, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
Bruh, if I was Silence, I'd just freaking destroy Aloy, I'm not gonna lie.
Remember, we need to get Silence weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to.
I'll be gentle. I promise.
Good. Without it, there's no paper.
I'd watch for the moment your
That's all I think.
interests diverge or something like that. Not foreshadowing at all. Not foreshadowing.
There you are.
No foreshadowing. Wait, what? Elements of... I already activated that. Where's the Quinn stuff? I don't understand that. Over... Here, Aloy said something about Quinn stuff, but nothing's... Maybe I'm missing out on like some... Oh wait, no. There's some Quinn stuff. Just back here. Oh yeah, there is. Some scrolls. These must be like ship masts or something. There's some stuff here. Okay. It's just a little more scarce than I thought it was gonna be.
Where have I seen these before?
That's cool. It shows like all the sub-functions that we have. Demeter, Aether, Poseidon. I guess that's the symbol for Minerva? Because Hephaestus is like purple.
Just you wait, Varl. We're
Take a
taking those
screenshot
space
of that. That's cool. Alrighty, I think we head out. I don't really want to talk to Tilda. I guess we could just to see.
Welcome back, Aloy. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
You were gay.
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
That's gay.
Okay, so
Gay bad. No
what
gay.
happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone.
And you were gay.
By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did.
No.
But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
Good.
So helping me. Restoring Elizabeth's dream. It's what?
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path,
No, no gay.
beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
Yeah, we'll see how that is when we get to the top of that Zenith base, you know? I think I've already asked all of this, but I'm just gonna do one to double
You
check.
said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
Valid points.
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing,
Okay, I know
thought
she
it
said
would
that.
bring a hair to data beam. I'm sorry, she needed it.
Yeah, okay.
What else can we expect to find in the Zenith base?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal will be the command center. That's where Beta and Gaia are being held. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for space.
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Wait, did we see a rocket go up? I don't remember that. This audio option was a repeat, but that one was new. But I don't remember seeing a rocket go up. Really? A rocket went up? Gotta look that up on YouTube or something. It's gotta be somewhere.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but Regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
Stanley
When I was in the
Chen.
ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth.
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
You're telling me Eric survives, but my boy Stanley Chen doesn't? Bro, why are you bringing so much art? Like, bro.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths, Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What, like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
Insert the moment he looks up after getting blasted onto the table and dies. Like right there. Pow. I would very much like to see the look on his face when we beat him. And then freeze frame that moment right there.
So, Eric.
Someone clip that?
Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
Yes.
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
So basically, he's what people think happens when fellas play too much God of War, is what I'm hearing.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth, titans of their industries.
And let me guess, all selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. there were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
So you're telling me we're just gonna pull up and like kill all of them? Like, why can't we just like kill the bad ones? Like you. I mean, not right now, but you know, obviously later. Gerard, Eric, Verbena just sounds like a. Like, my boy Stanley Chen should be alive. The two people that you mentioned just now, the CEO printer, fast food printer, should die. Like the dance instructor and the cellular biology, like, I'm pretty sure one of them gets scooped up by a dreadwing and dies a horrible death. One of them gets stomped. Like, can we save the good people? And like, hey fellas, like, there's this big doomsday thing coming for us. Like, how about we go?
Okay. I'll let you know when it's time.
collaborate?
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will.
That side eye.
I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
Noted. Not even me, right? Nah, but like, why don't we do a collab with like all the dope people? Like, hey fellas, there's this doomsday bot. Like, can't we just work on this together
There it is.
to try to save the world? Yeah, I'll go talk to these two. I've already talked to pretty much everyone.
Looks like an artifact from Thebes. A tomb for Ted Pharaoh and the CO. What a pair.
What a pair indeed. What is that? It's cool going into the rooms, seeing what the NPCs collect. Okay, what's your quest?
Nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
Just slightly.
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right. Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
Oh yeah, so you have like the. You go to the one tower by the dig site. I remember that quest. We'll do that at the end. I'll beat the game and then we can go do that.
I hope our new guests have been behaving.
Miss Silence, he's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that.
Oh. No comment, just.
How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on everyone's mind. I didn't know him well, but I can see how much he meant to the others. Zoe and Erend seem to have taken to it the hardest, but I don't quite know what to say to them.
They need time to sort through it.
And what about you? Will time heal your wounds?
I don't know. I try not to think about it. I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
We grew up very differently. But sometimes different is good.
Yes, of course.
I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
It's like getting into and out of a toxic relationship.
Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. Zoe seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in song. And she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
I felt so dull in comparison, but I don't want to learn. Okay.
We won't let the Zeniths get away with what they've done.
Everyone's ready to take the fight to the enemy.
And
Why
you?
are you still here talking?
Nervous? But I'm ready too.
Don't worry. We'll get through this together. Anything new around here?
Oh my gosh, how many of these
Katala showed me the
options are there?
schematics for his new arm. I recall reading about robotic limbs within the Legacy, but I never thought I'd see one in action. Technology like that would be treasured back home. Think of what it could do for injured workers or soldiers. But knowing the Imperial family, they would use it for different purposes. Their own.
Replacing body parts as they grow older. Like the Zeniths.
Exactly.
I hope in Horizon 3 we get to, like, go slap the crap out of the Quinn. Because they sound like probably the most advanced civilization thus far. You know, the Tenakth are probably, you know, oh, big scary, right? But they're not especially smart. The Ostrom are probably the most technologically advanced. Or the Karja, I don't know. Karja's more like architecture, though. I don't know. But the Quinn sound like they would be a rough tribe to conquer. But I hope we get to go show this Imperial family what the frick is up.
I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Alva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the Legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old?
Yes.
Katala will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Katala will fulfill his duty, as will I. If we die doing so, at least it'll be alongside a friend.
I'd rather you both stay alive, if you don't mind.
We'll try and keep that in mind.
Oh my gosh,
I
finally.
see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process.
So tell me
This
the
could
Quinn don't have a
revolutionize
filter
how
search?
diviners analyze the Legacy. That is, whatever part of it the overseers would actually let us study.
You're telling me the Quinn don't have a search filter?
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel, it's overwhelming to think about.
Even so, the The Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this
That's what I'm
stuff.
saying.
Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night.
Bro, at least we don't have another Moonland is fake believer. Like, thank you. Of course we got to the moon. All this, the moon landing was faked nonsense. What are y'all talking about? Are you serious? Good, good. Giga Chat Alpha, we landed on the moon. Good job.
So, all of the tribes here are new to you?
Yes, I've been studying up on them. The most fascinating one thus far has been the Tenakth, an entire culture based on the holograms of an ancient museum. There's much they've misinterpreted, not unlike the Quen.
Valid
But
point.
still, there's a nobility to what they've become. They're honorable and fearless.
And deadly.
And deadly. Thanks for the comment, Aloy.
Once all this is over, will you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus you gave me, or what they'd do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a diviner, would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare challenge them and risk my family's safety? Or losing Federa?
Using the fedora. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, the Quen are just a little zealous.
Who's this Federa you mentioned?
She is another diviner. One of our best.
Don't tell me you're gay too,
We
bro.
used to be rivals at the academy. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and love.
No, you're
We
gay
became very
too.
close, and then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how
Bro,
long it
everyone on the
took.
dog
Well, that
is
was
gay,
smart of her.
bro. What is this?
She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do.
There was like a desert Tanakh that was gay, and then like a SkyClan dude that was gay, and then Tilda's gay, and Alva's gay, and just like, bro, why is there so much gay in this game? Combat is amazing, but the gay characters I could use an absolute hard dial back on.
I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths, or just scared of her. Probably both.
Yeah, probably.
The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky. Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy. And many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire. Like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
Yeah, so it sounds like the Quen is like a corrupt government of communists that needs to be overthrown. I guess not communists, but definitely needs to be overthrown.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named Sio, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Faro, a renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door, and more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
Oh.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principled diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
Wow. Yeah, so a dictator. That's nice.
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CEO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
So not much.
Sounds about right.
That's better than a dictator, I guess. That's cool. I didn't know CO actually, recommended the idea of going on the expedition. It's a good move, and that's the one good thing CO did.
The ancestors, is that...
Yes and no. Those whose legacy warfare...
The CEO?
Right, one of the... That's how we thought of our limited,
Yeah, so I've already done the rest of that.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. Peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud.
Divination?
It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
It sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that.
Nice. Okay, let's hear about your,
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So, as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. A sprawling network of river gates and a labyrinth of underground tunnels. The legacy revealed that the old ones used it to control flooding. But we've never gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down. But the data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where Leviathan was created. It's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
what's Leviathan?
No, Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another ancestor.
Oh, yeah.
So the legacy tells us,
She was
anyway, if we can acquire that data,
the cellular
we might be able to
biologist,
fix
right?
the system back in the Great Delta. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long rains begin. With Leviathan, maybe she won't have to be.
Okay. So, where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say where, exactly. But one of our diviners has been exploring the ruins. He might know. Would you come with me? I have a feeling that wherever this facility is, well, you're much better at fighting machines than I am.
Of course. I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
Thank you, Aloy.
I need to get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us to victory.
And, like I said, I'll let you know when I'm in landfall. We'll find the data you're after.
I appreciate it.
So where are the Quinn exactly? Like, for like thinking in line with like, if this is California, you know, obviously it's flooded a bit, but is like the Great Delta, are we talking like Hawaii, or are we talking like the Philippines, like the Asian islands, or like Hawaii? Like how far are we really talking? Do I want to talk with you?
Aloy, we're ready to meet you at the rendezvous point whenever you call.
Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. Thoughts on our new Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different. Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Erend and I tried speaking to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't really feel like talking with you, I'm gonna be honest.
I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So,
make sure you stay alive to do so.
let's just try to all come back home. Okay?
Yeah, Zoe's got to be like my least favorite character to talk to. Oh, actually checked it off. Nice. How long has that been going? It's like over an hour of... No, it's insane. Over an hour of just talking. Yeah, I'm about to head out. So many cool, like...
A war horn. To summon an army of rebels and machines. But Gala threw everything she had at the Grove. Even in our duel, she was... ruthless. She was too dangerous to let live. Unable to fight for anything but her own vengeance.
I wonder what the dialogue options are if we spare her. Does she come to the base? I can't remember. Collected by Katalo. Gala's
The
war
old ones
horn.
had cows and sea cows, but they did look the same.
Yeah. think Regala ever comes back to the base. I think they just tell her where to rendezvous. Or does she come back? I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, let's go beat the game now. And because I did the... Oh, I have this one. I'm just going to have to run past the tremor test. That's okay. Human enemies will counter your melee patterns, your melee attacks, if they detect patterns. So yeah, nice. Anyways, time to go beat the game. Because I did the... This isn't the Blood Choke side quest, is it? It's like the Valley of the Fallen or something. Oh, I missed it. Stuck on this last time. Wouldn't mind if I do. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go down here and grab that campfire right quick. Yeah, because I did this Valley of the Fallen quest.
Gonna glide in.
Let's go to this site. Real quick to... Nice. There's some moderate loot here. Is there anything good? Oh wow, there's actually quite a lot of stuff. Is this it's a little current. There's nothing behind you though. Yeah. Just some loot right quick. Nice. There's definitely something back there. Actually, if I don't check it out now, I'm never gonna check it out. So. Is there nothing back here? Yeah, my bad. Guess there is nothing.
Oh, water's ice cold.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe considering that there's freaking palm trees right there. Kinda like straight up don't believe you. Yeah, here we are.
There. Rendezvous point. I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base.